Hey guys, we're at our final case in Missing May. This is the case of Natasha Shanes. Okay. Natasha went missing at the age of 6 on January 23rd, 1979. Oh no, that's when she was born. She went missing in 1985. I'm sorry. It's hard when you look at it because you see the date and you assume that's the missing date, but it's not. She would be 44 years old today. Is that right? Yeah, she's 5 years younger than me, so she'd be 45 years old today. Um, no, she would be 44 because I'll be 49. She was wearing a large blue and white shirt with a safety pin on it and blue jeans or a denim skirt. Okay. You don't know which thing you dressed your 6-year-old in. And what's more, what do they mean by a large blue and white shirt? Never heard it described quite that way. Was it like really oversized on her? And that's why it had a safety pin? I don't know. Medical conditions. This is important. Natasha was epileptic and had a mild intellectual disability and scoliosis. She has the mental age of a 4-year-old at the time and needs to take the medication Depakote, I can read, to prevent seizures. If she doesn't take it, she may lapse into a coma and die. And she's allergic to other epilepsy medication. She was a Caucasian female. She had light brown to blonde hair. So sandy blonde or dirty blonde, I would say. Brown eyes. She has a small scar on her forehead, a dog bite scar on her cheek, and a strawberry birthmark on the back of her neck at her hairline. She has flat feet, wears special shoes to correct the issue. Her ears are pierced. Her nicknames are Tasha and Tashia. At the time of her disappearance, her hair was permed. Okay. The last time she was seen, she was asleep on the sofa on Maple Avenue in Jackson, Michigan. Her mother awoke in the early morning hours of May 8, 1985, to the sound of a car door slamming outside. She fell back asleep and woke up at 6. Her mother discovered that her daughter was missing at that time. One of the doors in the house was wide open, and there was no trace of Natasha. It is believed she either wandered away or was abducted between the hours of 1:30 and 6 a.m. First of all, most 6-year-olds I knew back then were terrified of the dark. So for her to have wandered out in the pitch dark, no. And even if she did, she was still abducted. Mom's live-in boyfriend, Robert F. Forbes, was found shot to death near his own mother's house 2 days after Natasha's disappearance. His death was ruled a suicide, but there is some suspicion that he was murdered. He was a drug dealer and had served a prison sentence for trafficking heroin. They do not believe his crimes or his death are related to Natasha's case. Then why bring it up? Now, when they say, and she attended special education, they say she had the mental age of a 4-year-old at 6. That's not that far off. And it also could be attributed to maturity. When I was 6, I was probably a 3 or 4-year-old. Just because of maturity level. So I think this little girl's a lot like me, in that her disability was mild. You know, they always like to put an age on your mentality, and that's so difficult to do because it's so subjective to me. Like I said, if when I was 6 years old, they probably would have said I had the mental age of a 4-year-old, easily. And I'm perfectly fine now, as far as my mental age. I'm an adult. I'm almost 49 years old. Anyway, and yeah, I have a mild disability, but that does not mean in any way that I or she are stupid, incapable. None of that. And she liked all the same things that every little girl her age liked. She was known to enjoy playing around with makeup, purses, shoes, could often be found singing. Okay, some sources state her disappearance occurred on May 5th, others say May 8th. I don't know why sources differ on that, but they do. Investigators could find nothing when they arrived on the scene. I just can't even imagine. Police initially thought there could be a connection between her mother's boyfriend's death and her disappearance, but now, her mother continues to worry about her every day because of her epilepsy and her disability. She hopes she will either be found safe or her body will be returned home so that she can give her a proper burial. Theories. The first theory is that Natasha wandered away from the house and now they said they don't know whether the doors were unlocked. And some people are saying, well, how far could she have walked before police got there? She didn't get there till 6:30. Besides that, like I said, she most likely was afraid of the dark. Especially if she was younger than her years in some ways, she would definitely have been afraid of the dark. Now, they're also wondering were the doors unlocked. It's a good possibility. They lived in a small town in the middle of the 80s. It's an excellent possibility. I bet our door was unlocked half the time at night. I almost guarantee it. We lived in this town, which was at that time a town of 3,600 people. We pretty much all knew each other. And we lived in I showed you where we lived. The last house way in the back of a driveway that, why did he even go there? So I don't find it difficult to believe the doors were unlocked, or find it horrible that the doors were unlocked if that was the case, and it sounds like it was, because the door was wide open. The theory held by many who comes across this case is that she was abducted from her house, which makes sense because the mother heard a car door slam. The door was found open and a car door slammed. Now, if you have any information, you can contact here it is. Jeepers, bro, man. The Jackson Police Department at either 517-768-8727 or 517-788-4100. That's 517-768-8727 or 517-788-4100. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you find my cases interesting. Let me lean forward here, guys. Please subscribe, like, comment. Thank you so much. God bless you. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers by August 4th. We're more than halfway there, guys, because of you. And I want to thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys. Mwah.